Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Isaiah Pearce, and this is Total Sovereign Grace Ministries. Today, we're going to be talking about who was the church founded on? Who was the church founded on? Was it founded on a sinful man, a man that sins? Or was it founded on Jesus Christ? You know, there's a lot of people out there, one particular denomination, that says that the church was founded on a man and not God, not Jesus Christ. So we're going to read here in Matthew 16, and we're going to start at verse 18. And I also say to you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Now, what's important to notice here is that Christ is not telling Peter that the church is being built on him. He's telling Peter that the church is built on himself. Jesus is saying the church is built on me, Jesus Christ. And you can look a few verses down and see just exactly why Christ says that. It says, Then Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, saying, Far be it from you, Lord, this shall not happen to you. But he turned and said to Peter, Get behind me, Satan. You are an offense to me, for you are not mindful of the things of God, but the things of men. So would Jesus really found his church on somebody and then call them Satan and say that they were an offense to him 4 verses later? Well, I certainly hope he wouldn't, and I know that he didn't. And we're going to take a look at who the rock is. It says right here in Psalm 95, verse 1, Oh, come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us shout joyfully to the rock of our salvation. Now remember, Christ said that the scriptures testify of me. This is Psalms 95. It's saying the rock of our salvation. Well, who's the rock of your salvation? Well, I certainly hope it's not Peter. I certainly hope it's not. I hope it's Jesus Christ. He's the solid rock. And then we're going to see here in 1 Corinthians 10, it says, Moreover, brethren, I do not want you to be unaware that all of our fathers were under the cloud, all passed through the sea, all were baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and all ate the same spiritual food, and they all drank the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. That rock wasn't Peter. That rock was Christ, and it will always be Christ. And then we're going to turn over here to Ephesians chapter 2, verse 19. Now therefore you are no longer strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God, having been built on the foundation of the apostles and the prophets, Jesus Christ himself being the chief cornerstone. Christ is that cornerstone. Christ is that solid rock. On Christ the solid rock I stand. Not on Peter the solid rock I stand. Peter knew he wasn't a solid rock. The name Peter means Petros. It means little pebble, little rock. Christ wouldn't found his church on a little pebble. He's going to found it on the chief cornerstone, Jesus Christ himself. So that should answer some questions. The church was founded on Christ. And that's why the church is called the bride of Christ. So that is all for today. Hope that you got some information out of this, some spiritual food, and we'll be back very soon. Thank you, and God bless you.